Yo, 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 what's up? What's going down? What's poppin', man? We here on the post game show. Atlanta Falcons versus Kansas City Chiefs. The Falcons lose in a nail biter, man. What, 22-17? Last play, last possession of the game. Could not pull it through. At home, we had the roof open too. Arthur Blank got his induction into the Falcons Ring of Honor. So, this was definitely a game that you wanted to win. Sunday night, nationally televised. You got Pat Mahomes and you got Pat Mahomes in Atlanta. So this is a game you definitely wanted to win as a franchise. But unfortunately for us, it did not happen. And it's a tough loss. It's a tough loss. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna dissect it. We're gonna chop it up and all that. So welcome in, welcome in. Come on, have a seat, man. We got a good bit to talk about this game. It is Sunday night. I'm not gonna keep y'all long. Monday. Here in about 12 minutes. So we got to get up in the morning. Got to go to work. Got to get the kids ready. So we won't be here too long. We're gonna discuss the game. Do your dog a huge favor. Make sure you do hit that like button for me. That really helps us jump into the algorithm. Also, consider becoming a member of the channel. It costs about 5 cents per day. Those of you who are already a member of the channel, I do thank you very, very much for that. Also, let's turn this phone on silent and let's get this show going. Tough loss, man. Tough loss. Before we chop it up, man, and get to the game, let's go into the chat real quick. Coach is in the building. Coach said, I'm here to bang. Our office coordinator does this stupid screenplay 5 times and not once. Did it work? I didn't like that either. You work, yet you keep doing it. The run out there, you don't open up the pass, so it opens up the run. And on fourth the game, we know it's going to be John Robinson fake to him or just stand up and flick to a streaking D line or Kyle Pitts. What the F? He lost the game. William, what's up? Bad play calling by the offense. The refs was cheating on the lawyer. The refs, the refs definitely missed the face mask and also the pass interference in the end zone on Kyle Pitts. That they gave us some calls on our last drive, but ultimately, we didn't get some key calls that could have maybe changed the outcome of the game. Robinson, what's up, my Bronx brother? How's it going? So what's up, Todd? I'm so frustrated. Chiefs was there for the taking and let them off the hook. Yes, we did. Take the damn 2 field goals with it fourth and inches right in the middle. The cute outside crap don't work. Robinson also said I'm beyond frustrated. Williams says we had the game. Kyle Pitts was wide open. I didn't see that. I got to go back and watch that. William also said no halfback toss. I could do that in Madden. Shout out to Madden. Got my cousin Broderick in the house. What's up, cuz? Since we let him off the hook, in my Dennis Green voice. That's second reference to Dennis Green so far. Williams says when the game is on the line, can't protect at home. Williams says Zach Robinson, you're gonna have to stop doing those wide receiver screens. I got tired of that. He looked like Dirk Coder for a moment there. Can't close games out, inconsistent in the red zone and game situation. True. And we do got to keep in mind, we played a damn good defense, man, with a damn good defensive line, damn good defensive front. Fortunately, ball just didn't bounce our way today, man. Tonight, I should say. Williams says we're supposed to throw it in the end zone. Raheem Moore, Zach Robinson have a lot of work to do because the division is getting tougher. William also says now we last in the division. I got my guy Demetrius in the building. What's up, Demetrius? How you doing, bro? What's happening? What's good, Todd? I'm already knowing you're gonna be on Black People Time late. let's ring the bell for me being late consistently. Yeah, I had to digest I had to digest that game, man. I try to come on as soon as possible, but you know me, I'm gonna be consistently a little bit on CP time. Demetrius also said, but for real though, that game was very winnable for us, and we lost at the end due to dumb play calling. John from the eye test in the building. Y'all make sure to check out the eye test here on YouTube. If you're not already subscribed, make sure that you do subscribe to the channel. Run up the likes, run up the comments, and run up the shares, please. Thank you in advance. Because everybody in the league is talking about that pass interference that wasn't called in the end zone. If we score there would be no fourth down play for us to screw up. That's very, very true. We should have definitely got that call. Y'all know how it is though. Pat Mahomes is the new Tom Brady. So that old boxing adage, you got to knock out the champ. So in order to beat Pat Mahomes, you got to beat him and the refs. He like the Ric Flair of the NFL now. So, the refs going to be definitely on his side, as we saw evidence tonight, unfortunately. Da Vinci in the building. What's up, Da Vinci? Da Vinci says Zach Robinson is trash. Banging on Zach Robinson. The King in the building. What's up, King? Says, what I'm trying to figure out is how the referees didn't see our receiver's head get turned around like the little girl in The Exorcist. Shout out to The Exorcist. Yeah, man, you know how it is, bro. They weren't going to give us nothing at all tonight. Kingston in the building says, one we could have definitely won. Yes, this is one definitely to grow on. Definitely one we should have won. And this one hurts. It hurts. It don't hurt due to the fact that the Falcons embarrassed themselves, because I honestly, I think the Falcons put on a damn good show tonight. Something that we're not accustomed to always seeing on national TV, especially putting us on prime time against Pat Mahomes and the Chiefs. The Falcons put on a damn good show. So I'm not mad about how we played. Overall, of course, I wanted us to win, but I've seen a lot of embarrassing national televised games by this team, but tonight was not one of those. We played a hell of a game tonight. Miss B in the building. Shout out to Miss B in the building. What's going on? Y'all make sure to check out Miss B also here on YouTube as well. If you're not already subscribed, make sure that you do subscribe to her channel. Excellent Falcons content creator. Run up the likes, run up the shares, and run up the subs. Williamson's trash play caller. Banging on Zach Robinson. James in the building. What's going on, James? Says, I'm really pissed. Shawty Red on the track. What's up, Red? Says, I'm disgusted. Ooh, y'all banging in here tonight. What's up, Ray? Ray in the building. Shout out to Edenton, Georgia in this thing. Dave starts in the building. What's going down, Dave? Says, we're going to agree to disagree on this one, Tidy. And last play call should have never been called. Banging on Zach Robinson again. We're going to talk about that last play call also. We're definitely going to talk about that, because I got a feeling that's going to be a very big point of dissension amongst the fan base, as we talk about this game going into our next game against New Orleans. Clayton says Zach has some questionable play calling, but the good side, we are playoff contenders. I can agree to that, definitely, without a doubt. Coach says, man, we have to get rid of the offensive coordinator. Seriously, we can't go off season with this dude and waste the whole year. I just can't. Banging on Zach Robinson. Williams says we have to be better as a team overall. I agree. What's up, Joseph Torres? Says ref screwed us with the no pass interference. Yeah, man, that was egregious, bro. I got to pull out one of my Clifford Harris words on that. That was an egregious no call. My dog Millie Mills in here. What's happening, Millie? Says ABG, what's up? F the Chiefs. It's Aints week. See, Millie done already moved on. He said one thing, F the Chiefs. Let's go to the baghead Aints. David says, but I still love the way we competed this game. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Hey, we David, you've been a fan longer than I have, man. You've seen plenty national televised games where the Falcons just come out here and stank it up, and embarrass themselves, embarrass the franchise, embarrass the fans. But tonight was not one of those nights, man. This was a damn good game. We had Mahomes and the Chiefs and what's that boy name? Who date Taylor Swift? Travis Kelce. We had them all on the ropes. We had them on the ropes. We had them. We had them at a standing 8 count. They got up off the mat, but we had them at a standing 8. Definitely had them at a standing 8. The media said we're gonna bounce back with a win versus the Aints. I agree, my brother. Next week, but this loss was tough. It definitely was a tough one, bro. Definitely was a tough one. Ray says, in my eyes, the offensive coordinators lost their game so far. I think the defense has been playing pretty good so far. Yeah. Hey man, we gave up 22 points on defense against Mahomes in the dome. You gotta take that. Hey, the defense shouldn't hold their heads down. Defense, hey, they did more than enough for us to win. Once again. Jonathan Artest says the defense once again, yeah. Just repeating that. The defense once again gave us 2 chances to win. Definitely. Most certainly. Tay in the building. What's going down, Tay? Says do a play action on 3rd down at that field around the middle with Tyler Algier on 4th and inches. Millie says Tyler needs to be used more. Zach Robinson is crushing on Bijan. Needs to change sometimes, dude. Just don't run physical enough, especially when we need it. It was a tough game for Bijan. Bijan did an exceptional job pass blocking. for the very most part tonight, but we could not get anything going on the ground game. Nothing. Bijan really couldn't get it going on the ground game. I don't think Tyler was that effective running the ball either. I know he came in and got some yardage at times, but I don't think as a whole really nobody ran the ball well. We'll look at the stats in a moment. Williams says this offense averages 17 points per game is not good enough. Coach says people, the word is out on us. If Bijan Robinson is in the game, just watch him. Zach Robinson has to change it up. We might only get 4 or 5 wins this season. It's that bad. James says Zach Robinson is our Achilles heel. Is that a pun? Pun intended. Kirk Cousins, Achilles heel. When it comes to play calling, my goodness. McTown in this thing. What's going down, McTown? This is what's good, Todd. I'm chilling like a villain, bro. Coaching staff needs to tighten up. Talent is there. Talent is there. Talent is there. Mac in this thing. Shout out to you, Mac. What's happening? I told you they need to keep their roof closed. I'm soaked going home, man. Shout out to you being so home. Mac, I like when they open the roof up, man. I'm old school, bro. I kind of feel like we done got a little spoiled by playing in these domes. Man. Open that roof up, man. Open that roof up. I'm a Fulton County Stadium baby, man. So I'm used to going to Fulton County and dealing with the heat, and dealing with mosquitoes and hard seats and all that stuff. So I'm still old school with it, bro. Ray says Algier should be getting at least 10 carries a game. I can agree with that for sure. Clay Mercer, William Avery near miss. William Avery near miss. Almost gave me okay, yeah. When it looked like he fumbled the ball, I know exactly what you're talking about. Then doing the building, what's going down there? No, Tyler Algier has to touch the ball 12 to 15 times per game. Yeah, I think we all can agree that we need to give Tyler some more touches. I agree with that. 8 times finals in the building. Shout out to you, bro. What's happening? We have to keep perspective. Years of experience together with same coach, same quarterback, coach, offense, etc. Versus 3 damn games together. Mm-hmm. New quarterback, new offensive coordinator, new play caller, new head coach. Yeah. They're when you compare to make your point, when you compare experience to experience plus chemistry, we really don't compare to what we saw tonight with Kansas City. And them guys been together damn near forever in football years. Whereas with Atlanta, we're pretty much a new group, new coaching staff, new quarterback, so you make a very valid point. He says we will get better every week. I definitely do believe that. Nando says Zach Ross play calling his cheeks, Toddy. The offense is losing us games now. Yeah, so let's get this thing going, man. Let me light up my cigar, y'all. I had to go back to my cigar on this one. I done pretty much got over this bronchitis, so I'm back to my bad habits. Okay, so let's go. Now, I know pretty much all of you are going to disagree with me on this tape, and it's fine. Feel free to disagree in the comments, and we'll discuss it. We'll talk about it. We'll engage in a conversation. We'll debate it or what have you. One thing about this channel, we welcome a difference of opinions. There's never going to be no disrespect on my end if you got a difference of opinion. That's what we want. We're all individuals. We're not going to all think alike. We don't all like the same cars. We don't all like the same food. We don't all like the same colors. We don't all like the same women or men, shout out to the ladies. So difference of opinion is welcome. So I'm gonna step on the sword on this one, y'all. Let me take a drink. The last play call on fourth and inches. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think I've ever gave this player any criticism on this channel as of yet. I don't think I've ever criticized this player. Y'all know me. I'll bring on anybody in a minute. It don't matter who you is. You can be Bijan. You can be Kirk, Troy Anderson, Drake, Kyle Pitts, Raheem, Zach. It don't matter. Anybody can get banged on. It don't matter. Ain't nobody that great that you can't be banged on. But I don't think I ever gave this player any criticism. I'm gonna give him some tonight, starting right now. Tyler Algier. And again, feel free to disagree with me, y'all. 4th and inches, our last play that we did not convert on 4th down. I don't have a problem with the play call, y'all. I don't. I don't have no problem with that play call. I do not. What happened on that last play? I got to be honest. I love him. Big fan of him, man. Big fan of Tyler Algier. But I got to be honest, y'all. He did not do his job. He did not. Tyler Algier did not do his job on 4th and inches. He did not do his job. And I'm sure a lot of y'all don't play football. One thing about the sport of football, it's the ultimate team game. It's not like basketball where you can get like maybe 2 superstars on the court and they can manipulate the game because they're so great, you know. Because on the basketball court you got 10 players at one time. On the football field you got 22. So football is really the ultimate team sport. So one person not doing their job can mess up the entire play, entire game in some cases. Now I'm not blaming Tyler Algier for us losing the game, but the final play, y'all, I gotta put that on him. He did not do his job. Tyler Algier was the lead back on that play. He was the my apologies, I misspoke. He was the lead blocker on that play. He was the lead blocker. He went out there and he played grab ass. That's what my old coach used to say. When I used to go out there and I didn't block nobody, I didn't really get no effort. You know, I was out there, got, you know, half-hearted, you know, lackadaisical in my effort. Like, son, you out there playing grab ass. Go hit some goddamn body. Tyler Algier was out there playing grab ass on the last play of the game. He was the lead blocker. He did not block his man. He gave very, very little effort on that play. He was supposed to lead block Bijan in that hole. And what he did is he went out there and he just played grab ass, man. He just went and laid on another block. He didn't make no contact with nobody. So essentially on that play, it was 11 versus 9. Because on the passing play, the quarterback is not doing nothing but handing the ball off. So you already got a handicap on the running play when you go on offense versus defense. So it's already 10 versus 11 because quarterback just handing the ball off. He getting the F out the way. So it's already 11 versus 10, excuse me. And when your lead blocker don't block, now it's 11 versus 9. Tyler, you supposed to go in that hole and you're supposed to knock that. That was your guy that made the tackle, Tyler, last year. Your guy made the tackle. You got to go in there. You got to put your helmet and your hands on that man and get him out the hole. Now, if that was like some defensive lineman, a big 320-pound gorilla, or a beast or something, I give you a break. I give you somewhat of a break. But I think that guy was a defensive back. You was bigger than that guy. You didn't do nothing. You did not go into the hole and block for Bijan. That's why we didn't convert on 4th down. And I've seen a lot of talk, you know, I've seen a lot of feedback and people saying it was a bad play call, bad play call, bad play call. You know, hey, that's up for debate. But when you got a guy like Tyler Algier who gave us very, very little effort on that play, it's hard to put it all on the play calling. You got to execute. You know, using the Patriots mantra, do your job. You know, Bill Belichick used to say everybody has to do their job. I got to be honest, y'all. Tyler Algier did not do his job. Go back, like when you, because our emotions are high right now. You know, we just watched the game. It was a tough game to lose, so our emotions are high. Tomorrow, you know, when you had a chance to sleep it off, you know, you've had a chance to breathe a little bit, you know, and deal with the loss. Go back and watch the 4th down play, y'all. Watch what Tyler Algier did. You are the lead blocker. You're the lead blocker. You are, even though we went in the I formation, you are essentially the fullback on that play. You gotta be the blocker to go into the hole and get that defensive back out the way. He did not do that. Tyler didn't even really give an effort on that play, y'all. He didn't do his job. That's why we didn't convert. If Tyler Algier goes in there, he gives us at least 50% on that play, we probably convert. Looking at that play, I would say Tyler probably gave us like 15% effort. Why? I don't know. Maybe he didn't understand how important his role was at that point in the game, but he gave us very little effort on that play. That's why we did not convert, y'all. So again, once you had a chance, a little bit of time to get over this loss, and sleep on it, go back and watch the play. I implore you, please, go back and watch the play. Tyler Algier did not give us any effort, man. You are the lead blocker. You the fullback. You the blocking back on the run play. You got to go out there and you got to clear that whole lot. Them little defensive backs that weigh 185, 195, 190, who you bigger than, get them out the way. Get them out the way and let Bijan turn up. Tyler Algier, man, made the block. I mean, made the tackle. And again, I know we're gonna debate whether or not that was a good call. That hey, that's debatable. But that was the call on the field. We got to execute. You hear coaches on all levels say, hey, we had the play call that we wanted, but we didn't execute. That was a fact for the Falcons that last play. We didn't execute. Everybody wasn't doing their job. And it's not like we was actually running the ball efficiently on that team. We couldn't run on them tonight. We couldn't. Third down, we tried to run the ball up the middle. What happened? We got stopped. We were down two starting offensive linemen. So in my opinion, when people say, well, we should have ran up the middle, maybe, but you were down two starting offensive linemen. So you're already at a disadvantage. We tried to run up the middle on third down. We got stopped. We had no gain, or we might even lost some yards or lost a half inch or something. We tried it. So what we try to do is we tried to be a little creative on the last play. It did not work because everybody wasn't doing their job. Tyler Algier did not do his job. He got to go in there. He has to get that little bitty defensive back out the way. Your man made the tackle. My coach would always tip, son, your man made the damn tackle. Your man made the tackle. Coach used to tell me that all the time. Your man made the tackle, Jones. That's your guy. And that's the domino effect of football being the ultimate team sport, man. If all hands are not truly on deck, the ship is compromised. If all hands are truly not on deck, the ship is compromised. If we run up the middle and somebody don't make that block, same thing happened. We saw that on third down. Them guys had that block. They had the running lane stuff. Maybe we could have ran a play action, but do we have that much trust in offensive line that we had out there to properly block everybody? So if Tyler Algier, he goes in there and he does his job as a lead blocker, we convert on that fourth down, y'all. We convert on the fourth down. Could we have called a better play? Maybe so. But even if we call a different play, if somebody ain't doing their job, it goes for naught. If we run up the middle in the left guard or the left tackle, if they go out there and they playing grab ass, they're not giving a full effort, it goes for naught. Somebody gonna squeeze through, somebody gonna flash through on defense and make a tackle, and that's exactly what happened tonight. We went in there in pretty much what we used to call back in the day double tight formation, two running backs. We went in our formation, we two running backs. Hey man, we're gonna have a big back. You be the lead blocker. Take this defensive back out the way, and Bijan, you cut up, you get the first down. But we did not get the effort we needed from Tyler Algier. And I really wish the NFL wasn't so strict on their copyright stuff, because we would watch that play again now. But I'm not finna mess with the NFL. I ain't trying to get a copyright strike on my channel and then like that. But Tyler did not do his job, y'all. That's what it really boiled down to. Tyler Algier did not do his job. And I'm not taking up for Zach Robinson. I didn't like to see all them screens just like y'all didn't like to see all them screens. You know? But in crunch time, man, everybody got to do the job. That's the difference between winning and losing. That's the difference between winning playoff games and losing playoff games. There's a difference between winning Super Bowls and losing Super Bowls. Every player on the field must do their job. We did not get that on that fourth down play, unfortunately, from Tyler Algier. We did not. So let's look at the numbers real quick, and then I'm gonna go in the chat and see what y'all saying. Total yards, Kansas City won in the total yards. They had 345 total yards to our 311 yards. Passing yards, we actually held Pat Mahomes to only 217 passing yards. We had 229 passing yards. Rushing yards, which is supposedly our bread and butter. We only had 82 rushing yards as a team. They had 128 rushing yards. First down, they had 22. We had 19. Third down conversions, we were 2 for 9. That's pathetic. They were 6 for 14. Fourth down conversions, we were 1 for 3. They were 1 for 1. Total plays, they had 72. We had 56. We allowed 2 sacks. They didn't allow any sacks. Time of possession, we lost that battle 35. 30. They won a time of possession battle 35 minutes to our 25 minutes. And just last night, what's that like? When was Waffle House? What's the name? Sunday? Friday night. We was talking about the keys of victory, and we talked about time of possession. And in order for us to really win, we need to win a time of possession battle, which we did not do. They won a time of possession battle by 10 minutes. You can't let a quarterback of Patrick Mahomes' talent and his experience level and him knowing how to win football games, hold the ball 10 more minutes than you do and expect to win. More times than not, you're probably going to lose games like that. And that's exactly what happened to us tonight. Also, let me see if I can look at our average running the ball here. We really couldn't get nothing going running the football. Let me see if it's on here. We averaged 3.3 yards per attempt running the ball, 25 attempts for only 82 yards. So, they really took the run game away from us, unfortunately. We could possibly attribute some of that to losing 2 starting linemen, but we really couldn't run the ball even when they were in the game. Tyler Algier had 7 carries, 32 yards. Bijan had 16 carries for only 31 yards. So, they really took the run game away from us. But, let's go in the chat, see what y'all are saying. Give me just a second here. Coach says, no, Toddy, it never should have been called. The run game was not there, and it wasn't all night. You don't call that play, period. All right, so, Coach, I'll ask you, what would have been a better play call in that situation? Down by 5 with, I think, about a minute left, 4th and 1. 4th and inches. I think before that we was like third and 1. And, then we end up with like 4th and inches. So, in your opinion, what would have been a better play? Strapped up in the bin. What's so strapped says they could have passed it. That possibly, but that's a risk, man. That's a risk because you got to, you got Kirk Cousins, who is definitely not a mobile quarterback. You got an offensive line who's getting their ass whipped all night long. So, you got to hope that you can get them, you can get them blocked. And they're already going to be stacking the line trying to prevent the run. So, they're going to have a bunch of guys in the box and they're going to have their ears pinned back coming. So you got to ask yourself, am I going to have enough time to get this ball off? Am I going to have enough time to get the ball off? Mac Townsend, I agree. He did miss the block. I said the same thing when it happened. Yeah, that's what I saw, Mac Townsend. And when they replayed it on TV, I said, yeah. I said that initially when I seen it. Then I said to myself, well, let me see the replay. Let me see this thing in slow motion. When they showed it in slow motion, it was even worse than I originally thought. Tyler Algier didn't give us no effort, y'all. I promise y'all. When y'all go back and watch that play, You're gonna see Tyler Algier. He was just out there. He didn't do nothing that play. Nothing. He didn't give us no effort. He just went and ran into somebody. He went and ran into I think it was Jake Matthews, who already had a guy engaged. He didn't do nothing that play, y'all. He was just a waste of personnel that play. Excuse me, y'all. Tate says the outside run was not working all game. They stacked the box. We should have put the ball in Kirk's hands and pass and give us another game when the TD drive. And that's what I just mentioned a moment ago. We possibly could have passed the ball, but you risk the chance of, can I get the ball? Can are we gonna be able to get the pass off? Are we gonna be able to block them and get the pass off? You know, a lot of old school people say, man, if you can't get an inch, you don't deserve to win the game anyway. You know, that's what a lot of old school people say, man, you can't get an inch in football. You don't deserve to win the game anyway. Miller says, so technically it shows how bad the fullback position really is. Yeah, depending on what kind of offense you run, yeah, definitely. You know, definitely. Especially if you're trying to establish your run game, for sure. Iceman 478. What's up, Iceman? So they should have kicked the field goal the first time, and they would have been down by 2. You know, that's something that they could have possibly did. The possession before the last one is kick the field goal, and that way you can come right back and kick the field goal. I think I can't speak for our coaching staff, of course, but I think what they probably were thinking, or Raheem Morrison probably was thinking, was like, look, this Pat Mahomes. If we don't go ahead and attack him and get a touchdown, we may not get the ball back. Or if we do get the ball back, they score a touchdown. You know, I can't speak for them. I'm just trying to get some alternative theories, maybe. Dave says, and what makes this loss even more frustrating, we lost time of possession bad and still had a chance to win. Yep. We lost time of possession very bad and still had a chance to win the game. You know, and that's another thing, man. Like, they dominated the time of possession, and we still had a chance to win the game. You know, overall, you know, I can't, you know, I want to win the game, of course, but, you know, I'm not coming on here mad at the Falcons because I feel like they played hard. You know, you played the best team in football, man, and you was right there to wire with them. You took it down to the wire. That came down to the last play. You know, so there's really all you can ask for. It ain't like we lost the game 42-17 or 35-10. It came down to the very last play. Demetrius says, I mentioned the time of possession when I was in Larry's live stream. Shut up, Larry. I had stated that it's going to come down to whoever can milk the clock, and they definitely won that battle. They definitely, without a doubt, won the time of possession battle, and that's something that we really needed to win, but we couldn't get the run game going. You know, I gotta tip my hat to the Chiefs simply because, you know, they took away the run game, which is our bread and butter on offense, and we couldn't run the ball. We couldn't run the ball at all, man. They was bringing it to us when we tried to run the ball. We couldn't get the run game going for absolutely nothing, and it was frustrating. You know, I felt like in the second half we'll come out and we'll get the run game going, but that never happened. Coach said, just stand up and throw a toss. Just stand up and throw a toss up to Drake or Kyle Pitts. The entire team was on the line in the box. Again, I think that goes back to the confidence of being able to get a pass off. Because let me say this, you know, for those of you who think we should have passed the ball, I'm not saying that was a bad idea, but looking at the dynamic of how the game was going, you're missing your starting center and you're missing your starting right tackle. And I want to say this to everybody too before I get into that. I hope people realize now how valuable Caleb McGarry is. Because as a fan base, for whatever reason, we trash Caleb McGarry, we pick on Caleb McGarry. But I hope now this fan base sees, like, hey, This dude is really a valuable asset on this team because when Caleb went out the game, which a lot of people had their fingers crossed that Caleb would, for whatever reason, get benched or not play, you got your wish tonight against a damn good team. Now you play somebody like the Panthers, and the backup tackle comes in, he plays good. Okay, yeah, but that's the Panthers. But you saw what happened when you play an elite team. When you lost your starting right tackle, if y'all notice, when Caleb went down, they started eating on their right side. They started eating on their right side. They started bringing all kind of pressure on their right side, and they was getting at the quarterback. They was in Storm Norton's lunch and dinner rushing the passer with Caleb McGarry out the game. They was coming all kinds of way you can imagine when Caleb went out that game on that right side. They was going right by Storm Norton, and they was putting all kind of pressure on Kirk Cousins. So I really probably feel like in the back of the coaching staff's head, they thought about all that. Like, look, hey man, Kirk ain't the kind of quarterback that's going to be able to dip and run if he see pressure. If we can't block these guys, which we hadn't shown at all in the second half we can do, shoot, they gonna come get our quarterback. So let's try to lean on this running game and get the fourth down. But again, I hope people realize now, and I'm not trying to say that Caleb McGarry is some Pro Bowler or he's some All Pro because he not. But Caleb McGarry is better than a significant amount of Falcons fans give him credit for. Damn good run blocker. Damn good run blocker. Above average pass blocker. I ain't gonna sit here and try to cap and play like he's some great pass blocker because he ain't. But you saw what happened when Storm Norton got in the game. Everything started going left at that point in time. Raymond Collins, what's up? Says, what's the title? You're absolutely right. Tyler didn't block on that play. Lack of execution. That's Raymond. That's exactly what I saw, bro. Lack of execution. If you don't execute on the plays that are called, you put your team, you put your side of the ball, which is the offense, at a handicap. Now instead of 10 versus 11, it's now 9 versus 11. So the chances of success are heavily against you. And that's why I keep saying, when everybody calms down, go back and watch the play, man. Tyler got to block the man. Your assignment there was to be the lead blocker, and he didn't do it. Didn't do it at all. 3 there in the building. What's up, 3? Refs killed that drive. Yeah, refs didn't do us no favor. Since Brady retired, now the baby face is Patrick Mahomes, so they're gonna protect Mahomes at all costs and make it tough to beat them. T Terry, what's up? Since fake to be John, run it to your right. They was in their right side up, man. We couldn't get nothing going. But McGarry was gone. A lot of people wanted him benched. A lot of people want him cut. And y'all know me. I come and defend McGarry. I don't think he's the best tackle. But for what he make, I think he do a pretty good job for the amount of money we pay him. He's not making a lot of money for right tackle. It's not easy to go find tackles in the league, man. It ain't easy at all. Strapped up says what they didn't call that pass interference against Pitts in the end zone. Yeah, that was terrible, man. We should have got that call and had the ball first and goal at the goal line. Should have definitely got the ball. Coach says, right, that's why you do a quick pass and some actual pass package. He just stands up and toss it up, let your 6'4" guy jump and get it and run. Didn't work at all, and you're missing 2 great offensive guys. Yeah, missing those 2 linemen definitely hurt. And again, I just reiterate, I'm just feel like they felt like on 4th down, maybe they didn't feel as confident as they needed to in the pass protection. Because if you notice in the second half, once we lost our center, once we lost our starting right tackle, Kirk Cousins didn't have no time to pass the ball, man. He didn't have no time. And I think in a sense Zach Robinson tried to compensate with that by calling a lot of screens, which I was not a fan of at all. The screenplays, we couldn't get them going at all with the screenplays either. You know, in a sense, you got to almost kind of tip your hat to the Kansas City Chiefs. Their defense came to play, and you know, because we talked about on the Waffle House Friday, like man, they got a damn good defense, bro. We're gonna have our hands full. And unfortunately for us, we missed our starting. We had two starting offensive linemen hurt, and that really hurt us at the end of the game. It really hurt us. It hurt us to the point where I seen plays where Chris Lynchman was out there getting his ass whooped. You know, Chris Lynchman was out there getting whooped, and I'm not used to seeing that. Even Chris Lynchman was getting whooped on that right side. You know, he was getting whooped to the point that they were calling penalties on him. I think they called it legal hands to the face or something like that. Primetime Waterboy, what's up? We will see them again, hopefully in the Super Bowl. Let's hope so. Let's hope so. I think if we play our games and we can be healthy, I think we got a good enough chance to get there. I really do. As I said, y'all, we're gonna stay long tonight. I'm about 42 minutes in. I'm probably gonna stay like maybe about a good hour. What I will do is I'll drop the link if anybody want to come in here and talk about the game, give your perspective. You know, you're more than welcome. So I'll drop the link in there if anybody want to come in and just give your perspective on the game and how we played. If you want to talk about that fourth down play, which I'm sure we're gonna talk about probably the next 2 or 3 days, you're more than welcome to come on. But I really wish we could have won this game. That would have been a very big momentum builder for us, a big confidence boost. Instead of being 1-2, playing our rivals now. Instead of being 1-2 playing our rivals, we could have been 2-1 with a hell of a lot of momentum after beating the Chiefs, after beating the Eagles also. But you know, we gotta still a lot of football left. We just went through the toughest 3-game stretch we're gonna play all year, with the exception of maybe the playoffs. So you know, we need to string together about a solid 2, 3, 4, 5-game win streak. I think. You know, we need to start winning some football games. We need to get on the win streak. We really can't afford to start off 1-3 and lose to New Orleans. So that's a game that we really, really do need to win. Let's bring Coach on the stage. Coach, how you doing, bro?
What's up, brother?
I'm chilling, man. Chilling. How's it going?
Not good, man. This game has shown me all the all the good energy that we had, all the the high expectations we had can go on out the window. We got Arthur Smith 2.0 calling plays, bro. It's unless he open up the playbook, we not. I don't even. Yeah, we're gonna be another 7-win, 6-win team, bro.
Mm. So even and granted we lost, Coach, but even though I feel like we played hard, that they don't give you confidence that we can win 9 or 10 games.
No, bro. Like this game was for the taking. If he had a clearly, what this game showed me is we are going to live and die by the run. And teams are, previously we said, well, we living and dying by the run because we ain't got a quarterback. As you seen tonight, we got a quarterback. You let Kirk Cousins take the bra off. You know what I'm saying? He gonna get it down there. You know what I'm saying? You
Right.
just they not unleashing him, man, and it's so tough to watch. Like, how do you do the same exact screen pass to the same exact person 5 times and it don't work? First off, you did it like 3 times before halftime, and not one of them worked. And then after halftime, you do it 2 more times. And the last time, I mean, it literally got blown up because they already know. They know what you're doing. Like, it's so predictable. Like, if you go back in Atlanta Bird game, I said, watch this. We about to run the ball twice, and then we're going to do that stupid screen pass. And that's exactly what we did. I said that before we even, as soon as we got the ball. I said, we're going to do 2 runs, that screen pass, and that's it. And that's exactly what we did. Like, it's so predictable, bro. It's so and I understand B. John Robinson is a great player, but in order for him to really break out, you got to take the roof off. You know what I mean? You got to be a threat down the field so they get out the box and then he can eat.
Right.
I mean, it's just it's literally sickening. It's literally makes me sick to my stomach when I watch this game, bro. Like the first couple plays, like when we started off, I was like, okay, he understands. Throw the ball because Kansas City, it's like they're not doing their homework. Kansas City secondary is suspect. Throw the ball. You know what I'm saying? Like, throw the ball. Once you throw the ball, then you can hit him up with some Bijan. You know what I mean? Like, Bijan does not have to be the focus of our offense every single game. We're going to run into some people who have excellent run defense. So on those, like today, it literally was not working. Switch it up. Say, all right, Kurt, running ain't working for us right now. We about to let you loose. Go ahead and sling that rock. You know what I'm saying? Then once they start backing up out the box, start giving our receivers some space, that's when you, boom, hit them with a B-John for 30, 40 yards on the ground. You know what I mean? Like, how, as somebody who's getting paid millions of dollars, supposedly, well, ain't no supposedly, you are in the NFL and this is your job. How do you not know this? It's so sickening to me, bro. I honestly, and I'm never one to go against my team, but I honestly don't think we're gonna get more than 6 wins this year, bro.
I understand where you're coming from when you're saying as far as the offensive strategy, because when we came out to start the game, Kirk Cousins was 5 for 5, and we went right down the field and we scored predominantly passing the ball, keeping them off balance, and then the second possession when we got the ball, we tried to bring the run game into the
Into it
offensive scheme.
and made it
And,
stale.
right,
Yep.
and it went stale.
Yep.
So I see what you're saying, I said that too in the Atlanta Bird game. I was like, man, why did they keep passing the ball? That's what was working. And to play the devil's advocate in their defense, like I'll ask you, coach, like what part of losing 2 starting linemen do you think that played in the coaching staff's confidence to allow Kirk Cousins to have time to throw the ball?
Well, so here's the thing, okay. I think the honestly, the easiest thing, in my opinion, now I never play offense, I'm not an offensive minded guy, I'm more on the defensive end, but I mean, just using common sense, I would think it's much easier to pass block because all you gotta do is block the guy in front of you. You know what I mean? Like when you run blocking, you gotta slant down, like, and we run a lot of outside zone runs. So,
Yeah.
they gotta slant down, they gotta know exactly where they're going. So for me, I would think as a coach it'd be easier, you know what I'm saying, for Kurt to just toss that rock. And I mean, it's like when we were actually throwing the ball, we had success. It wasn't until we kept trying to force feed Bijan Robinson that the offense got, even after they got hurt, the offense got stale and we just couldn't move the ball. Like every time we tried to force feed the run, we got stale and couldn't move the ball every single time. And it's just like, damn, bro, do something different. Like I'm screaming at my TV, dog.
I actually agree with you because I mean, looking at the game with my eyes, and then even if you want to look at the stats, of course you're going to say that Mahomes outplayed Cousins because they won the game. That goes without saying. But if you look at the numbers, Mahomes was 26 for 39, 217 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Kirk Cousins was 20 for 29, 230 yards. He was way more proficient throwing the ball than Mahomes was, believe it or not, everybody. 1 touchdown, 1 interception. And a lot of times I don't like to use it where it was his fault that he threw an interception. But in his defense, he had pressure and they hit his arm. Is how that interception was thrown, as I'm sure
Right.
you saw.
And even that fumble, and even in that fumble, he got hit, blindside. Like, I mean, that guy just came in untouched twice and hit him twice, same side, straight in his back. And you can't really put that on him. Yeah, he fumbled, but it don't matter who you had to put back there. That was gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? It's just how it goes when you get hit blindside. But yeah, I could tell. And remember in the Waffle House, I kept saying the Chiefs are suspect. The Chiefs are suspect. It has been shown that they can be beat. They're just suspect. And bro, we had the perfect opportunity to sit them down and have the same record as them, and we just blew it. We just I take that back. We didn't blow it. I think our offense, defense, everybody played great. Our coaches lost us that game.
Yeah, and to your point, coach, looking at the numbers, Bijan had 31 rushing yards, 16 attempts. So he averaged only 1.9 yards per attempt
And that's
the whole
trash.
game. That's garbage.
Yeah, and you keep feeding them. Like, come on, bro. Like, like at this point, if that's how it's gonna be, I'd rather you trade him than to. And I'm not saying he needs to be traded, people. What I'm saying is, I'd rather you trade him than force me to watch you force feed him every single game. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. No, mm-mm.
Yeah, I really would have liked to see us throwing the ball a good bit more. I would have liked to see probably about at least 35 passing attempts from Kirk Cousins because Kirk looked good throwing the ball today. I can't sit here and say Kirk played bad because I don't think he played bad. I think Kirk played a pretty good game today. All
Yeah.
things considered, I think he played pretty good.
Think about this, bro. Think about this. Think about the teams who have had the great running backs. You know what I'm saying? Think of your let's use the last great one that won the Super Bowl, because I don't think they won the Super Bowl with Franks. I don't think San Francisco won a Super Bowl with Franks. So I'm gonna use Seattle as an example, and beast mode. They force fed beast mode when they could force feed beast mode. Other than that, they will throw the ball. You know what I mean? Like, there are certain teams you have to know. Okay, this team, we can let the roof off and let Kirk just light them up all game. Well, this team, they got a better secondary, they got a better linebacking crew, so we're gonna do heavy on the Bijan. You know what I'm saying? It just can't be 17 games of all straight force feeding Bijan Robinson. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work.
I agree with you, bro. I definitely agree with you because we had some points tonight where it looked like even Kyle Pitts, was trying to get his shit off.
Yeah,
You know, he only
yeah,
had he only had 5 targets. Drake London had 9 targets, but he did have 6 catches. And your boy Mooney looked like he could be a star for us, man.
yeah. I mean, he fast, so put him in the slot. Like, I mean, there's so much scheming we could do with our offensive weapons, bro, that we're not doing. We're doing dumbass things like uh we're doing dumbass screens on the line. Like, what? Like, bro, when we did when we scored the touchdown, was it the touchdown or was it the extra point? We did a T backfield. I was like, oh my God, they done went back to the 80s and brought the T out. Like, I was excited. Like, okay, he opening up the playbook. Then the next the next set of downs, we go right back to some garbage. I'm like, oh my God. It's just, bro, I'm being dead ass. If Zach is here all year, bro, people strap in. We're not going to get more than 6-7 wins. It's just not. It's not going to happen.
So let me ask you this, coach: do you think that maybe Zach Robinson feel like Bijan has that home run ability, so he just felt like the next rushing attempt, he's gonna break a 30-yarder, 40-yarder, 50-yarder. Do
I
you
mean,
think maybe that was his frame of mind?
even if you think like that, you can't scheme for that. You gotta scheme for things like that happen in the heat of the moment, in the heat of the game. You know what I'm saying? You can't plan for that. Those things don't. Those things rarely happen when you plan for them. They happen just because the play broke down or this person was out of alignment. But the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over, expecting a different result. Like clearly, we cannot move like the time of possession. And I hate when people say that, just run the ball and chew the clock up. Okay, well, if you do that and they come score, and then as soon as they get the ball, they go straight down the field and score, you're steadily chewing the clock. Like, that's not helping us. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, man. I'm so over. And
All right,
it's crazy.
well, Coach, I'm going to let you address this comment from Albert because it kind of goes in line with what you're saying. Albert says, anyone questioning getting Bijan touches needs to be drug tested due to so talented. So after watching tonight's game, like,
And that's the problem. That's the problem. That right there is the problem. Thinking like that is the problem. Who cares if he's talented? Did his 16 attempts for 31 yards get us a win? Did his 1 yard per carry get us a win? No. No, you cannot force feed something that's not working. You may draw up a game plan. If the game plan don't work at halftime, at some point during the game, you have to make adjustments. Okay, this is not working. We're known for the outside zone run. They are shutting that shit down every single time we run. Okay, let's do something else, Zach. What else can we bring out? That screen pass to the line of scrimmage is not working. We didn't get a single yard off of that. What else we got, Zach? Let's not do that again. Pull up something else. I don't care how talented he is, man. It did not help us win today at all. It didn't even put us in a position to win.
All right, Coach Wallace says, he says, I knew when we didn't take the points with the field goal in the fourth quarter and we went for it on fourth down, I knew that was going to cost us the game. How do you feel about that? You think we should have took the points the first round?
Honestly, no. And that's a hard one to say because we did take because we did go for it on fourth down, and didn't make it, not much time went off the clock. Who's to say if you had kicked it, how much time would have went off the clock? You know what I'm saying? The clock would have stopped both times. But who's to say you would have lost less time with the stop clock, versus running? Then if you kick it, they were, by going for it, we were on like what, the 20th or something like that?
Somewhere
on the 20th?
Yeah, that's close.
All right. Yeah. Then okay, you kick a field goal, you go back, you kick it. There's a possibility they run it back. There's a possibility they get higher than the 30. I don't know. That part right there, I mean, who you really can't say. I was cool with going for it. I really was. But then you can't just go, you can't on 4th and 1 for the game have the entire team on the line, the entire team, not a safety back, not a linebacker back, not a nothing back. The entire team is on the line because you have Bijan Robinson in the game and you do an outside run when it has not worked all fucking game. That's crazy. And I don't care what nobody says. I don't care how talented you are. That's crazy. That's nuts.
All right.
That's absolutely nuts.
Albert says, Albert replies, he says, we're not just running the ball, Coach. Play action first play. Drake's TD was because of Bijan and the attention he gets when he's lined up at wide receiver, which I do agree with him on that. That the first touchdown that Drake got, that was due in part to the attention that Bijan Robinson drew on the play.
And that's fine. I'm all cool with that. Like I've been saying, use him as a decoy. When we put him in the game, we have been showing teams that it's going to him. When we put him in the game, 9 times out of 10, it is going to him. I am okay with using him as a decoy. Matter of fact, use him for play action as they did earlier, and Kirk rolled around and it was wide open. Why? Because everyone's eyes was on Bijan. That's what I'm saying. The word is out on us. We're going to run the shit out of Bijan. We're going to do outside zone runs. So when we play action for that, everyone bid on it. Kirk rolled around and the pass was wide open.
Yeah, and strapped up agrees with you. He says we should have passed the ball more, which we both agree on. And
Yeah.
Chiefs knew we were running the ball, open up the playbook, which I do agree on. You know, you gave Kirk 100 mil guaranteed, so give him the keys to the car, like you gave Matt Ryan the keys.
Let him drive that thing, man. Let him drive. Let him drive. Look, when we had great success at running the ball, that's because Matt Ryan was tearing the roof off with passes. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want the audience to understand. When you tossing that rock all over the field, that is when your running backs are really going to eat, because the teams have to take the players out the box to get the backside of the field, to hold the field down, to match up with your receivers that's running all over the place. So that's when your running backs eat. But when you constantly run the ball, all they're gonna do is just sit in the box, man, and you're not gonna get anything. 16 attempts for 31 yards, 1 yard a carry. Like, come on, man. Y'all can't. Man, that shit is crazy.
All right, and King Atlanta supporter says, he says, hold on, I would have used Tyler. He pretty much said I would have used Tyler as your more. Tyler as your average 4.5 yards per carry. So, coach, based on what you're saying, do you think we need to incorporate Tyler as your more into the game plan?
Do you know why? Do you know why Tyler did that? Because when we took him out the game, teams have to wonder what we're going to do. They don't automatically know what that the ball is going to. That's what I'm saying. When Bijan in the game, we know somehow, some way, it's either going to be a pass to him, screen pass. We're going to hand it off to him. So all eyes are on him. When you put Tyler in the game, teams have to say, okay, let's back up. Let's see what's going on the field. And boom, he's able to eat a little bit better.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. Especially when you look at the efficiency, man. 4.5 yards per carry. Hey, you're gonna take that every single day in the NFL, bro. You know,
Absolutely.
and
Absolutely.
some matchups are better for Tyler's playing style. You know, even though I blame him for that last play, but I still feel like he deserves more rushing attempts.
Yeah, I mean, and I don't even mean like completely go away from the run. What I'm saying is, like, if you, as a coach, you can't just live and die by your game plan. You have to adapt, bro. Like the great coaches adapt. Like prime example. First half, we was really killing the Chiefs. We just stalled out. We kept stalling out on offense because we just wanted to run the ball. Andy Reid went in at halftime, came back out with a new game plan and started running straight down our throats. You know what I mean? Like he was like, okay, so our previous game plan ain't working. Let's run, soften them up. Let's chew the clock, and Pat, you do what it do. You know, like you got to make those adjustments, man. You cannot just stick with the game plan. People like,
All right,
I'm just.
I'm gonna, I'm gonna let you talk on this one, Coach, since you're cooking. This is from Albert. He says Kyle
Mhm.
Pitts got to win more. Let's keep it 100. No more excuses. Fourth overall pick. We need results. Period. Bijan, Drake doing their thing. We need Pitts to be better. What's your opinion on Kyle Pitts?
I'm the minority on Pitts. I understand he can't. Uh, people say he can block and this, that, and the third, but I still believe like you line him up like a traditional tight end, and you know and have him mismatched against linebackers. Well, his issue is he's going against cornerbacks. But I mean, even still, in his current, what we're currently doing with him right now, you just got to do what we did today. Toss it up and let the man go get the ball. You know what I mean? Like, just toss it up to him. You know, Kyle Pitts is out there doing it week in, week out. We're just not giving it to him. Our entire focus is on Bijan, and that's killing everybody else.
Yeah,
I mean, it's literally killing it's killing us, man.
I agree. It seems, to your point, Coach, it seems like Bijan is pretty much the focal point of the offense, where it should be more of a balanced offense. Not saying that you don't use Bijan, but make it more balanced, where he's not the sole focal point of the offense, I think is what you're saying.
Absolutely. Like I said, we came out, boom, we caught them off guard because they thought, okay, they're going to use heavy on Bijan. Nope, we came out and tossed the rock down their throats. You know what I mean? Easy work. Touchdown. Then we come back out, try to run the ball. It's flat, bro. It's so flat. It's just it's ridiculous. It's really ridiculous.
Yeah, and this is exactly what Raymond Collins is saying. He says, keeping the Chiefs guessing on the first drive was brilliant, and the offensive coaches went away from it. Smart question mark. And I agree.
Hell no.
We both just said that.
Hell no. It was the dumbest thing we could have done, bro. Yeah, that's my point. Like, you got to keep teams guessing, man. You can't become. We're very, 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 very predictable, man. We're seriously predictable. Seriously predictable. It's nuts how predictable we are, actually. My question, what I would love to know is, and now I wish, man, one of these pundits or one of these reporters that actually be at these press conferences will ask, are we using the exact same playbook from last year? Because there's no way that this is not the same playbook. Like, it's the same dumbass plays from last year.
It looked pretty similar. I must agree with you.
Nah, I can't agree with that. Bijan is him, but we just can't. We cannot put the entire offense on his back, bro. Not a running back that slows the game down. We're not going to. We're not going to. It's not going to work. Let the $100 million man do it. Let him go out there and sling the rock.
All right, Albert says Kirk Cousins is a play action master, so the run game is a must. Bijan is our best player. It's like saying don't give Damian Thomas and Barry Sanders or Christian McCaffrey games.
Okay, Albert, do you understand how play action works? All right, just in case you don't, I'm gonna let you know how play action works. A play action only works when they fear you throwing the ball. If they know we're not throwing the ball, a play action does nothing because they're already in the box. They have to be afraid of you throwing it over their head. So I mean, they have to be afraid that you're not going to. They have to be afraid that you are going to throw it. The only way a play, excuse me, I'm saying it. I said it all the way backwards. The only way a play action will work, right? A play action makes a defense stop and look in the backfield because they think you're going to hand it off, and then you toss it over their head. If they're already in the box, if they're already looking into the backfield, a play action does nothing if you don't use it. Like, if you're going to run, yeah, then you use a play action. But we're not doing that. We're not doing that at all. We're just running, and then on third down, we just throw a straight up pass. We're not even doing play actions. When we do a play action, as we did in the first drive, it actually worked. Like, teams are so fearful that we're going to hand it off to Bijan that they bite for it, as in with the first drive. We faked the handoff. He rolled out and tossed it to Mooney, who got about 7, 8, 9 yards. It clicks easily. But when you don't pass the ball and teams just sit in the box, I mean, that's when you're supposed to do a play action, but we're not doing it. So, I mean, you can call him the play action master all you want. We're not doing play actions. We're just handing the ball off. So, I mean, it's kind of a moot point.
Yeah, shout out to Lisa Shepard. Her and Courtney says they feel like that we should have took the points on that initial fourth down in the fourth quarter. I think it was around about 4th and 5. And because the defense was playing good, and just hope the defense continue to play good. And if that's the case on that last possession of fourth down, maybe we could have just kicked the field goal and won the game.
I mean, yeah, I get that. I understand that, but at the same time, you are playing the Super Bowl champs.
That's
You know what
correct.
I'm saying? You are paying that guy that is Pat Mahomes. So I'm not upset. Like either way, I'm not upset that we went for it on fourth down. I'm really not. I'm okay with that. But you can't then come back down the field, march right back down the field, and on 4th and 1 do an outside zone run that has not worked all game. That you can't do.
So let me ask you this, Coach. Like, tough loss, disappointing loss. We're gonna definitely have to lick our wounds. But what good do you take from this game?
Uh, I take that Mooney is a very good receiver for us. I take that our defense is very good. We definitely have a bend but never break uh, sort of a situation there. Um, I take that. I mean, if you let Kirk cook, Kirk is gonna cook. That was one thing I was worried about. Was what he's gonna do. Um, but I mean that's really it, bro. Like I'm not trying to be like like a downer or super negative, but this this play call situation, bro, is a problem, and we have seen teams like the Saints, like Tampa Bay, teams are lighting it up right now, and if we come into these games and just run and run and run and run, we're not going to win when they can, our defense is playing great now, but let one person get hurt, let two people get hurt, then we're gonna get blown out the water. And I hate thinking like that about my team because I love my Falcons. This shit is so frustrating.
All right. And in closing, Coach, let me ask you this: as we all know, we lost two starting offensive linemen, so I must ask you, how concerned are you about them missing extended time? I knock on wood, but Caleb McGarry, that didn't look good. So how concerned are you about possibly losing two starting offensive linemen for extended
We
period?
lost McGarry and Dahlman, right?
Correct.
All right. Um, um, I mean, at least it wasn't the GOAT, but that's still a tough. That's still, I mean, it's still tough because all five of them have synergy. Um, honestly, this gonna sound hella bad. Not, I don't mean for it to sound as bad as it's about to sound. This may be a good thing. I may actually be happy that this happened because maybe we'll stop running the damn ball so much and start throwing it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm serious. Maybe this is a great thing. Maybe we will stop living in. We're like, uh, we're like James Harden in the Rockets, living and dying by the three. When we make it, yeah, it's great. But when we don't win. You know what I mean? So you got to be more balanced. You got to be more balanced. It can't just be a Bijan heavy offense. So hopefully this was a good thing. I mean, I hope them guys that aren't seriously injured. I hope they come back soon. I don't wish, bad health on nobody, but maybe this was a good I hope the good thing that comes out of this is, they open up, they start throwing the ball more, man.
And I think you just said something key that a lot of times us as fans we tend to overlook. You mentioned the word synergy, and for offensive linemen, that's really the mainstay of an offensive line is synergy. You know, we all
Mm-hmm.
know Chris Lindstrom is an All Pro guy. He's Superman, but it's synergy. You know, a lot of those guys they move and they work in sync. So
Yep.
that's what makes a great offensive line is them being a synergy. So uh, for the sake of the team, you know, hopefully, you know, they do come back pretty soon.
Yeah.
If not, you know, like you say, hopefully it's a blessing in disguise. Either way, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up. Coach, it's getting
Yes,
pretty
sir.
late. I'm gonna be back though tomorrow, Coach, and do the player grades. I'll drop the link
I'll
again.
be
So
I'll be there. I'll
yeah,
be
so
at
you
school, but I had you on the headphones. But just real quick to piggyback off what you said, yeah, it's the exact same thing. Like if I'm not mistaken, 2016, they played all five of our offensive line. If I remember correctly, not a single one of them missed a game that year. They all played the whole year together, and they were incredibly in sync and just was a great offensive line.
right, and we know how that season ultimately ended with us going to the Super Bowl. So
Right.
you know, hopefully we'll have similar results. But with that said, we're gonna check out of here. I'm Toddy.
Yes, sir.
That's Coach, and we'll be back in here tomorrow. We appreciate y'all. Y'all be good.
Have a good one.
All right, Coach. Peace out, man.